What's going on, guys? It's Cheyenne here, and I'm going to talk about pairing truths to start to be able to make some kind of a progress. First thing that we have to talk about is, what is a truth? A truth is something that I know to be true for me. Why? Because I have experimented it and I have experienced it. So with that being said, it doesn't matter what anybody tells you. Not me, not the whatever high person with all the hats on. It could be your parents. It could be anybody. You have to make the truth your own. You have to experience it. So whenever a person or is somebody you think is like, oh, I want to help you out, dude. Okay, what you got? And then you say, I have to experience it for myself. And then it becomes my truth because I know it's true because it's in my heart. So you have to be your own teacher. That's pretty much what it means. Now let's talk about pairing the truths. And I am going to speak from personal experience. I have stuttered for all my life. I'm not a speech therapist. I'm a landscaper. But I am a stutterer for way long time. So I do have a lot of experience stuttering. Now, I'm speaking from personal experience. This is my most important truth right now. And that is, there is, technically speaking, and I guess the pun is intended, technically speaking, there is nothing wrong with my voice box. Why? Because when I speak to the wall, speak to the cat, speak to the kids, or just in the shower, it's not that I'm not stuttering a ton, and for sure it's a lot more fluent speech, but more importantly, I'm not so stressed about the speaking and how it's going to happen, and is it going to be okay, and what are they going to think about me, and on and on and on and on. It's a totally different idea in my head of, oh, there's no stress here. I can just be a free flow. So that it tells me, technically speaking, there's nothing wrong with my voice box. And that's my first truth. Now, the second truth that I like to pair with that one is, Cheyenne, you have an incredible ability to improve at the things that you practice. So how do I know this? Well, I have started a ton of things in my life, and I'm starting out, I look like a fool. So for example, a lot of years ago, I said I wanted to start cooking. The first 20 meals were inedible. My wife, she laughed at me. She said, I ain't eating this. And they're like, dude, you stink at cooking. I had people that were in my family say, stop cooking, bro. You will never be a really good cook. I said, all right, but this is my passion. I do plants. I love the stuff in the laboratory. I love chemistry. And when you marry those together, you're cooking. And I was like, dude, chill out. You're annoying. I don't even want to listen to you. I know how to cook. Not yet, but just give me a little practice, and I promise you that I'll be a pretty good cook that can make something that's palatable. So I kept screwing it up, and I screwed it up, and then I was like, oh, this thing tastes pretty good. I can make a little adjustment on him, and I can improve that dish. Which tells me, and there's a lot of other, like examples in my life of things I have improved on. So that tells me, I have an incredible ability to improve at the things that I truly practice at. Okay, well, now let's pair those truths together. The first truth is there's nothing wrong with my voice box. The second truth is I can improve at the stuff that I practice. So you see where I'm getting here now is, for me, if there's nothing wrong with my voice box, and if whenever you're starting something new, you're gonna look kind of like you don't know what you're doing. That's part of learning something new. So if I can stay in the fire and say, hey, I'm going to start to teach myself how to speak, and it's going to look really weird at first. Like, I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff and experimenting with everything. But from the truth that I know that I have an incredible ability to improve at the things that I practice, and I pair that with, hey, technically speaking, there's nothing wrong with your voice box. Now, whenever I practice and I start to get a little frustrated, I say, okay, you're getting frustrated, but guess what? This is a part of the dealio. You are improving. You are practicing. But for me, I never even started to practice for over 30 years. I had the assumption my voice box was broken because that's what they told me in the classes. You need a speech easy because it's never going to work for you. And I said, okay, speech easy guy, that's my truth. I never actually experimented and studied and said, wait, speech easy guy. When I'm in the ocean with all my friends, we're just chit-chatting and I'm not really stressed about speaking and there's not a lot of stuttering happening. But you're telling me something's wrong with my voice box, but I have a ton of examples where I was speaking fine, it like articulates, like it does work really good, but just once in a blue moon, I don't really understand how it works. But I never did that. I said, hey, speech easy guy, my voice is broken. Oh, shoot. I'm the guy with the broken voice. And so for 20 years, I'm the guy with the broken voice. I'm the guy with the broken voice. And then I just get so tired of it. I'm like, wait a second, dude. If I'm really the guy with the broken voice, let's move on with the broken voice. But if I'm not the guy with the broken voice, I don't want to move on with a fake broken voice. Why would I do that? I am screwing up pretty much like everything about my life because it's going to make everything incredibly harder if I hold on to the truth that I have a broken voice. Now, if I do actually have a broken voice, I'm going to have to accept it and learn how to work around it, work it. Like, I need to learn. Like, for example, like if a person has a stroke and they lose like half their body and they're like, oh, I can't move my hand anymore or my leg that much. We can't really repair that. You're going to have to learn how to work around that because there is no like, okay, if you do a lot of therapy and you do a lot of this and a lot of that, then like you'll be able to walk perfectly. Unfortunately, the cords have been cut and there is no possible way right now to reconnect the nerves. So you need to learn how to work around the paralyzed part of your body. And that's perfectly okay if the voice is truly broken. But like I said, I have plenty of examples where I'm not scared to talk. I'm not all stressed out and all, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Or what do they think? What do they think? What's going to happen? Oh, I'm so depressed now because I stuttered for a month. I just want to die. I don't want to be like, we can just avoid all that, I'm thinking, because, hey, dude, don't be depressed. Be happy because you just found out your voice ain't broken, dude. Woo! The voice ain't broken. It's something else. It's something else. It's not the voice. It's not the voice. That is a fantastic truth for me. It's fantastic. Speakeasy guy was wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with my voice. Sure, I'm stuttering. Sure, I have a little bit of trouble communicating. Sure, I cannot express my ideas or my thoughts right now. That's fine. It's all good. But for me to stay there is not being true to myself. Why? Because of the truth, there is nothing wrong with your voice. And the other truth, that if you truly you practice in the right way and you don't get frustrated, and like it could be anything. It could be passing a ball or playing a video game, or like when you cook. Like, I can improve at almost like anything I practice. Like, I'm really good at that. Why can't I improve at my speaking when I practice? And why is there so much emotional junk that just is being carried? Like, I understand you've been carrying it, but that's your past, and we're allowing our past to create an impediment for the future. And at some point, we just have to be an adult and say, hey, the past is the past. I cannot change it. I cannot do anything about it. The only thing I can do is live in the moment and plan for the future. That's it. So how about if I start there? So, long story short, all this, like hopping around in your head of this, that, and the other, the only thing it does for me is it allows me to start practicing. That's it. Because for 30 plus years, I was like, why practice, dude? It's not going to improve, because I accepted the truth of that guy that said your voice is broken. Well, he wanted me to adopt that truth so he could give me a speakeasy, which is great. Like, it's awesome. Like, it helps out a lot of people. But for me, I'm like, why you gotta tell me that, bro? Like, you just gonna just like slice me like that? Like, oh, like, you got the broken voice. Okay, like, I got your cure that it doesn't even work half the time. That's kind of messed up, but hey, it's all good. Like, you had me under for 30, but now I'm like, all right, do I want this to go on for another 30, or should I actually pay attention to the reality of the situation? And so, long story short, the only thing all this does is it allows me, it gives me permission, like, say, hey, you have the evidence. There's nothing wrong with your voice. You have the evidence that you can improve. So I give you permission to start practicing. All right, guys, have a fantastic day, and always remember to never give up and always be your own best friend. Peace, guys. Love y'all.